Welcome once more on Debiton's Crypto. I'm your guy, Debiton. Today, you can see clearly that the fear and greed index is giving us some juicy signal. We are at 42. Not long ago, we were at 9. That was last year. And guys, we are going closer towards um the greed area. And I think by in no time, we're gonna see extreme greed. So if say you don't yet know about this indicator, this is one of the top indicators when you talk about cryptocurrency. This is one of the top indicator out there. Bitcoin versus altcoin. I want us to see, like, guys, like what's going on here. Look at this on the weekly setup. Look at this. You know, just some few coins or only some few coins are actually giving us some flavor. When you look at the weekly setup, you can see, wow, this is good, right? This is good. And if you look at the daily setup for today, just some few coins I was talking about, like the daily first, some few coins are giving us that flavor today. And let me say, first of all, check my mic, if my mic is working, because yeah, I think my mic should be working. Um, Let me first of all check if my mic is working before anything else. Yeah, my mic is doing well. Let me see. So, um, guys, I'm not gonna lie to you. We have been experiencing a really great um year so far. January has been a fantastic year. Almost every coin is doing well. If your coin is not doing well, then maybe your coin has a problem as usual. And tomorrow you're gonna be crying, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, what is going on with crypto? So let's see quickly. Let's look at price action here for Bitcoin. For today. Actually, right now, Bitcoin is at a sweet spot. Sweet spot. This should be a buy opportunity, but not like immediate buy opportunity to go to the upside. I think towards the US session, we're gonna see what will happen. Because you can see Asia started up here and took us right down around this area before UK, right? Then UK took us down and break the low of Asia. This was the low of Asia. So UK has broken the low of Asia and took us right down to the low of US. So this was the low of US yesterday. So we are around that area and that low of US. I don't know whether we are gonna take the ride from here to the upside. So but, I mean that's what has been going on for the from based on the lower time frame. You know. So now let me look at this based on the higher time frame. I want to see which indicator is acting as a measure support right now. Okay. All right. It makes sense. You can see we test back to at least this moving average, yeah, the 50 moving average. But what I want to see clearly is that we test back to at least the 13-day EMA. From there, I think we are gonna experience that huge buy. So I think the um 90,000 price point, yeah, 90K should be a good spot to pick up some Bitcoin, right? To buy Bitcoin. Bitcoin is down like so far, I think almost 2%, but today Ethereum also is down, you know. So let's just see how today, tomorrow will play out. But I think we're gonna experience some sort of retracement today. Then maybe price is gonna take us to like back to let me say maybe 94K around Friday or Thursday. Then on Friday we're gonna experience that dump to 90K. So that's what I'm anticipating, or that's what I'm looking at based on the data. But there's a good news here because we are still above the 50-day EMA on the daily time frame, which is good. It's bullish. Right. Let me see what the Trendillo is doing, which flavor the Trendillo is showing right now based on this. Let me see. Okay, the Trendillo actually is bullish. And see, we have crossed the zero point 0.0 line. So we're actually bullish with Bitcoin. Yeah, I think we are bullish. I think we're gonna get that bounce from here to the upside. So let me drop down now to the 1 hour time frame. Let's see what we got based on yesterday's price action. So yesterday we saw this dip. You know, price came to this price took out this fair value gap, and there was another block here. Price also took out this. I placed an order here but I was stopped out and I didn't catch this move. But now, I think this move should take us down a little bit around $91,000 before we can start looking at that buy. I'm expecting US to open, and then we're gonna experience some sort of dump, right? To take out like there's I think there should be, let me see if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there's a fair value gap here that um I think they might take out the fair value gap and also an order block. Yeah, this fair value gap, you can see clearly, guys. This is an important area for Bitcoin. So looking at where price is currently, I think they might want to grab this fair value gap zone. Yeah, this liquidity here. And I'm looking at this other block also. So I'm gonna just extend this from the fair value gap down to the other block. All right. So this should be the zone where we expect the market makers to push price to. All right. But I'm looking at this even right down to this area here, where they move like this vector candle started. So this should be the area where you look for that like measure buy opportunity. Okay. And if you have to put your stop loss should come right below this level here. Be below here. Around $89,000 or 89,100. So this should be the area where um your your stop loss your stop loss is placed. If you're buying, yeah, your stop loss should be here. Then your target should be the previous high. You know, that's gonna be around $95,000. So if we're gonna experience this dip here, I think that's where price is going to take us to, right, right up there, to that zone that I mentioned. Just wait and see how price is gonna react to these key areas. You know, after price must have reacted to those key areas, then you can decide how you want to play out it. Okay. Now, let's see where we are with the liquidity heat map. Let's see where we are with the heat map. Let me refresh this a little bit. Okay, right now we are at a key area, so we can easily visit 90K. right? That's, yeah, 90K. This liquidity down here, and we can easily visit 96K. So I'm looking at this area right down to even 88. You can see we have a lot of liquidity here, but we have more liquidity above. You can see the yellowish area, we have it more above than below. So I'm looking at this like during the start of the US session. You can see the market makers sweep this liquidity down here just to mark it back to about 97 or $96,000 for Bitcoin, right? That's something that I think is doable. And there's something here I want us to look at as well, which is USD dominance. USD dominance is actually bullish, right? You can see it has flipped and stay above the 50-day EMA, right? If say this is what I'm thinking, then today should be a bullish day for, like, investors are gonna start favoring more dollars than Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. If that's what I'm thinking, or that's what if that's what I like is gonna happen, then I think this is how it's gonna play out. But if you look at the daily time frame, you're gonna see that on the daily time frame, you can see clearly this should be some sort of like an order block, yeah, and what should take us at least retrace back to the 50-day moving average or to the alpha trend, which is gonna be around where we have the 13-day EMA. So it should take us right up there to about 6%. You know, yeah, that's what I think might happen before we might experience the next dump. So short term, expect this to go up before coming down. And if it goes up, crypto goes down. If it comes down, crypto goes up. That's what I'm looking at for that one. Um, yeah, everything else is just gonna be the same thing. If you look at um Ethereum, Ethereum is playing the same game as Bitcoin. Yeah, if you look at Solana also is playing the same game. Solana is actually above this 50-day EMA, which is good. That's what I want to see here. And if you look at most other altcoins, I think they are following what Bitcoin is doing. So if we want to see altcoins do well, then Bitcoin is good. Bitcoin need to either move sideways or move sideways or continue to go to the upside. I'm gonna be back shortly, guys. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm back, guys. I'm back. I'm back. Let's see what do we got. Yeah. Okay, I was looking at Solana. Actually, Solana took right up to about $143, and I kind of knew that this could be the high for this move because of this value area high that we can see. We have this value area high, yeah. Even though price hasn't yet like actually reached. Let me see. So even though price hasn't yet hit this value area high properly as compared to the previous weeks, you can see this week, yeah. Yeah, I think we are yet to see this play out. You can see this retracement took us back to um the POC based on this volume profile. Lots of volume was traded around this area. So it's but normal to see price playing out the way price is playing out here for Solana. And as I mentioned, the target should take us up here where the alpha trend printed its sell signal, yeah, before maybe we can start looking at this other area here to cash out the profit. So this zone should be the stop, like the cool down zone around 160. Then looking at this other area, yeah, right up to about $200 should be another key area for Solana. Right, this is kind of like recovery, right, after this huge dump. So I think looking at USDT dominance, looking at where it is, what is going on currently, and how price is playing out with these altcoins like Solana. I think altcoins are gonna do well against Bitcoin. I mean, not all altcoins, but most of the altcoins are gonna do well against Bitcoin. That's why you see me mentioning altcoin versus Bitcoin in like my title, and I think Bitcoin is done to an extent. If we go back to Bitcoin's price action, let's stick a little bit where we already did huge analysis. I think this is it. Yeah. Okay, this is it. Here we have these key areas that price has been respecting. It was but normal that I mentioned earlier in one of my I think in one of my videos recently. I told you guys that you expect pullback from here because this area has acted as a major resistance in the past. Yeah, major resistance in the past, and price getting there. I think to an extent we should experience that retracement back at least to on the POC before any major move to the upside. That's why I'm looking at 90K and other price point to be the main target if say price is going to play out the way I'm the way I'm looking at based on previous data. Guys, I'm not here to predict, I'm just here to analyze, looking at previous data, anticipate where price might be heading toward. That's just all about trading. You know. Now, let's see where we are with gold. I think, like I mentioned earlier, gold too that we might have. Okay, you can see on the 4 hours time frame the fact that we rejected, yeah, this was a fair value gap. Let me see, not really, but the fact that we actually rejected, yeah, can take us even more further downward to around 4,160 dollars for gold, right? Yeah, I mean it might happen or it can happen if we're gonna if this move is gonna fail. Then the next target should take us right down to the 4,200 or 4,100 dollars price point for gold. Then silver, let's see of the flavor for silver. Yeah, silver is showing also that maybe it's failing here. I'm not able to sweep this high here, which is bearish, right? but I'm looking at a drop right down to this area. Yeah, this could be a possibility. And if that's the case, then the next move can take a short leaf up, then before dropping down to measure key levels, below price. So that's what I'm looking at for most of this asset, or yeah, most of this asset. Let's see more coin briefly. Yeah, there's gonna be a downside for more coin somehow. A lot of liquidity around this area. You have to go grab it. Let's see the same thing. A lot of liquidity down here. You have to come grab it. You know, I didn't buy either of this move. I missed all of this.